We installed an expert group here in the parliament, and the chairman is Mr. Buzek, the parliament president, and they are working on different proposals. The work will start now, and the final report we will receive before the summer break. So, and then we have to discuss in the political groups, but also in the AFCO committee, which conclusions we take, and perhaps we will take an initiative for a code of conduct.
How many?
356. 356.
Yes, we need to 6 more approximately.
For me it's very important, and also for our colleagues in the S&D group, that all institutions are on board. Because the people, the citizen outside, for them is one European Union, and the institutions are linked together. So the Council has to move, and I want that the Council is on board such fast as possible.
I think the scandal really exposed some bad habits that have developed, some bad habits that have to do with that some MEPs are too close to lobbyists, and particularly those from industry, and that some MEPs even were having second jobs as lobby consultants. That was a reflection of an unhealthy relationship. They were too close to those they were supposed to regulate. I think that's one of the big lessons from this scandal, and one of the first things that should happen is to really introduce some clear rules that prevent MEPs from having second jobs that involve lobbying. Whereas in the European Parliament, at least you have a quite strong group of MEPs that really wants things to change. So I'm hoping that that group will now basically determine the next steps, and that we have some really ambitious changes coming from the European Parliament itself. Especially at the European Commission, they've made the mistake to think that you could consider industry lobbyists as independent experts on the issues that the Commission was about to regulate. And I think we've seen with the financial crisis maybe the worst example of how basically capture by banking lobbyists resulted in rules for financial markets that were just too weak and inadequate. And it has resulted in a terrible economic meltdown. And that's really what's at stake if you allow regulatory capture by special interests. And this is really why we need advisory groups to be diversified and mainly composed of proper experts, of academics and other people who do not have commercial interests.